What's going on, everyone? This is Scream Truth here, and today we're going to be going over the behind the scenes for January. They seem to be releasing these a little bit early, and this has happened for the past few months, so that's actually kind of nice. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. First, we're going to talk about the power to the players. In the recent video that I posted, I had mentioned that the power to the players was going to be a poll in the game that for 2014 would be used to help players decide what they want to see in a certain order. And we're actually going to have a look at some of that stuff right now. Like, here's some example questions. What do you want us to work on first, Elf City or Invention Skill? Now, I know that there's a lot of people who probably want to see the Invention Skill, but I'm really hoping that the Elfin City gets picked first because that would be such a great piece of content, and I don't think I would ever leave that place. What sort of new dragon would you like added to the game? I watched a friend's video, and apparently some of the dragon choices were like the gem dragon, the alchemist dragon, which probably drops a bunch of gold, and um, there was also a gold dragon. I don't know how that will change from the alchemist one. And then there's also a dragon that drops summoning equipment. I forgot what that one's called. But um I wish there was a adamant dragon in that choice, but there isn't. So that's kind of disappointing. Which group of creatures would you like to have reworked drop tables? I would say about 50% of the creatures in this game need to have reworked drop tables, and having just a group, I don't think that's actually enough. In my personal opinion, I think that the Fremnik Slayer dungeon has a lot of creatures in it whose drop tables are pretty terrible. What should our Easter holiday event be? Traditional eggs and bunnies, or a fun 6-age event with cabbage versus monkeys? Honestly, if they're going to, because they're going to do this cabbage versus monkeys, Raxka Prime versus Marimbo, I would want it over Easter versus it being a standalone update. I would like this to be a holiday event because I'm not gonna lie, the less that this isn't, or the less time this is into the game, the better. Should we make some changes to our world lists? I would highly agree with that. I also feel that there is a few too many worlds, and that cutting down on a couple worlds would be perfect. Which map would you like added to our special secret 2014 minigame? Ooh. Um, that's really interesting. I want to know what that minigame is, and I like the fact that there apparently is going to be multiple maps to it. So that's going to be kind of interesting. I will really be looking forward to hearing from that. And as I've been talking about in the past few videos, Hati and Skoll are returning with the Fremnik Valkyrie named Ear. I think that's how you pronounce her name, but she comes from Blood Runs Deep. This is actually a quest that I do not think I have done yet. But you basically do what you do every single year, and then you get the bonus experience for woodcutting, agility, or combat. And then Ear is going to give you extra experience in prayer and divination. So that's kind of cool. And I want to point out that there's a Fremnik province divination colony. Now, we know that the Fremniks don't like magic, so I don't know if you could associate divination with kind of a magic or a natural cause of energy. I would really be interested to see how that kind of conflicts with their kind of hate towards magic. Moving on to probably the biggest update here, Ports Batch 2. That's right. They're going to be coming out with things like the Leviathan Ring, Death Lotus Darts, level 85 armor and throwing weapons. So I think that also means that there's going to be melee weapons and probably not mage weapons or something. But the Reefwalker Cape, that's more stuff to unlock. I just got done with the final area, so it was perfect timing for me. Also, knowing that all of these guys, the cook, the cook, the hunter, and I'm drawing a blank on who that last person is, the architect, The only person I don't have level 90 in right now would be the hunter guy. I can easily get the architect, like, if I wanted to, I could get it today. So I'll probably have that before this update comes out. With this, however, there's going to be 300 new voyages across all of the zones, um, new armor, new scrolls to get, and one really cool thing is with the merchant, you'll be able to turn your excess resources into traded goods, which is like amazing. Like I really wish that happened before because I've been trying to get chi missions for so long and I'm afraid to get the like things that increase the chances for trade missions because then I reduce my scroll missions and I do not have the full Death Lotus just yet. I'm almost there. Okay, moving on. The giant mole. This is a pretty low level creature, but apparently they're going to buff it for higher players, which is kind of cool. It looks pretty creepy in here. Like, um, I know moles aren't supposed to be the most like appealing thing ever, but that's pretty creepy. Um, Prepare to encounter an all-new reimagined, never more vicious, entirely reworked graphics, combat mechanics, and drops for this encounter, rebuilding the whole thing from scratch to make a boss fight worthy of today's RuneScape. They're reducing the amount of running required, added to a more variety to the entire fight, giving the subterranean psychopath more attacks to play with. The fight is intended as an introduction boss fight balanced around groups of players approximately common level 110 and offers hard mode for 3-man groups or for solo players considerably higher combat levels. Also, we're moving on here. This is really, really cool. Um, Slayer updates. Yes, okay. This is like exactly what I was looking for. You will be able to upgrade your helm to a level 70 helm and you'll be able to fuse a Slayer ring and a Ferocious ring and add them to your Slayer helmet. So basically you can use your Slayer helmet as a hub for everything. You can even add this gem to your Slayer helmet. That's just amazing. Okay. And they're removing smoking kills as a requirement to access the Slayer points, which is good. I think it's something they should have done. I think it's something that should have never been, like, it should never have hindered people from getting Slayer points, because if I had more Slayer points before, I probably would have gotten to be able to kill Ice Skike worms a lot sooner than I actually did. I think I unlocked them at level 98 because I started Slayer so late. And of course, we got more about Solomon Central General Store and School of Fortune. So, oh, and don't forget the RuneScape Communion companion app. That is just so cool. Like, if you guys don't know what the RuneScape companion app is, um, download it. It's really cool. You can talk to your friends and clan on your phone, and I think that's just so cool. Like, I'm really glad they did something like that. It makes me want to go out and get a smartphone for myself because I don't have one yet, and just to get this app, it's really cool. So with that being said, that's pretty much everything I have to cover about January. It seems like it's going to be a pretty cool week. I'm glad that there's not too many updates because I'm definitely going to be putting a lot of time into training range and training agility with those Hati, paws, and skull boots. And yeah, what do you guys think about this month? Comment below, let me know, and we'll see you guys all next time.